Welcome, dear Sangha members, to our Path to Awakening series, question and discussion time with our Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We will begin this session in our Yellow Garchen Institute prayer book with opening prayers on page 4 and page 5. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Hello. Stelle, dear Dharma friends. Very nice to see you all. Especially we have been seeing every week through the power of Dharma. So that means since previous lives we prayed and we supplicated and we created a wonderful marriage and saying in the future whenever we see each other we have a golden opportunity to Dharma practice. And especially for me, I participated many monasteries in Tibet, and they in India, and each monastery at least they have one or two times they have to each day, one or two times they have to debate. It's same like a Dharma discourse. Here we are Dharma discussing, so it's same. So I'm so happy we all have this golden opportunity, because if we use single Dharma word, its merit is never ending until we become enlightened. And also through this merit, we can help thousands of mother thinking beings. For instance, if we know only word vocabulary of bodhicitta, and we can help thousands of mother thinking beings through this vocabulary. That's why this vocabulary is like the precious treasure. It's really like a wish fulfilling tree. Okay. Then now we are going to start. And today I don't have a question for you or to you. For you, right? For you. So I'm going to listen your question. As well, you know, your question is Dharma teaching. So I will listen carefully as there is one bird who is I forgot that one bird who has it's some other it's called not dark, the feather is beautiful feather, peacock listen the sound of a dragon, yeah, dragon sound is thunder, because they are very happy when they they heard that sound. It's saying whether this is true or not. I'm listening. I'm listening carefully. So please start from you. Who is first?
Khenpo, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, Brian.
Brian, yes, sir. Last week my sound went out and I couldn't hear anything after a while, and I got disconnected. So last week I had a question regarding my Nundro, and since I didn't hear a word that you said, but I think I got the intention that just the best way to get through it is to go through it. Whenever I was having difficulties, I think I was making them up. I don't know. I was having some issues with the frustrations, and I think I just needed to get over being. I think I was just being lazy, and I had to get over that. So I appreciate your time with that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So now you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good.
Yes, Khenpo.
Okay. Now, do you have a question? I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to just reiterate that it wasn't a question, but I just wanted to thank you for.
Oh, I see.
For that. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Khenpo.
Oh, yes.
I would like to ask for suggestions for practice for my root guru who is sick right now.
Mm-hmm.
So can you please suggest some practices that I can do for him, and to, make dedication for, I have his long life prayer, but I want something else in addition, or to know if just Nunjo practice is good and just dedicate it and nothing else, or if there's something in particular I can do to benefit my teacher and continuous connection between Dharma students and the teacher.
Yes. Thank you very much. Very good question, and it is meaningful. Student and teacher, spiritual teacher and student, between there has a very special relationship. This relationship is very special. And the children and the parents, between there is also have a relationship. this relationship is also very special. So the reason I'm saying this relationship are special means they have a power, power, special power. For instance, between the student and guru, there have their relationship is powerful and very, very beneficial. So for that reasons, students pray for long life. Gurus, it has a wonderful power. It really benefit to the gurus. And also same like children pray and wish to parents, and then it really good effect to the parents, good benefit to parents. Benefit is always good. And also parents and teachers pray to the children and their friends and so on. It has a power. Actually, I taught during the King of Aspiration, whose prayer has power. Your guru pray to your students, it has power. Students pray to gurus, it has power. And then like between parents and children is same. And also who love you. If for example I love someone, if I pray that person, it has power. If this is example. So this is not I just say, it is saying in this King of Aspiration commentaries. This commentary is also not just like suggestions. This is this method comes from Sutara, Buddha's teaching. So my main answer is absolutely you keep going Mundo practice, because students accumulate merit. Then students keep very good bodhicitta. So you combine bodhicitta with these your practice, the Mundo practices. You don't want to stop one practice and adopt new practice for the sake of guru. Whatever you are practicing, you combine these practices in bodhicitta. Then your merit and prayers have inconceivable power. So that especially when you are practiced through your body, speech and mind, and then you arise or generate bodhicitta, and your mind has become very, very clean, pure. Your mind is pure, but only your mind movement is the power of your practices. That's where your mind is completely dissolved into the virtue. That's where only virtue can support to long life, your guru. So that's where you continuously keep going your practice, and then you each and every sessions you generate bodhicitta for the sake of your guru and for the sake of all other sentient beings. That's where then this practice is hopefully you understand. Sometimes this might pronounce it a little hard. Mutual beneficial, mutual. So you are doing for the sake of your guru, but then this benefit is also come to you. So it is whether you are expecting that benefit or not, it's a karmic system. So this benefit comes back to you, and this benefit, if guru, it's not only this way. Only for this benefit is not only for long life your guru. Its benefit has related in many ways. One is long life. Of course, your main purpose is that it's long life. If there are some obstacles, it could remove. It can remove. And also, guru's activities increase. Guru's activities are dharma teaching, dharma practice, dharma meditation. That's all. That's where it's supposed to increase them. So that's where you support to guru is same like you support to all mother sentient beings. Guru's activities are welfare mother sentient beings. And then another way is guru also the bhumis paths, they are increased until they become Buddha. They should increase their realizations and paths. So at that time, if they have some obstacles, all of them remove through this way, through power of students' prayers. So that's where in this time you do you combine bodhicitta with your practice. Then this is excellent practice for your guru.
And can you explain a little bit about how the student's prayer for the guru has power, because particularly related to we are still in delusion, and so how can it have power when our mind is like sometimes like a vessel with poison in it? You know, sometimes it's not, at the very least, it's not non-duality. And at the worst, it's afflicted with the kleshas. Right. So how can the student's mind have power towards guru?
Right. There are many examples, because there are many reasons to make benefit. For example, if guru, okay, we say this way, guru's mind and student's mind are naturally same essence, naturally same. And as you said, in temporarily students' mind are delusion, and guru's mind are liberated from delusion. But then how connected it is? Whenever you start to practice dharma, even though you practice through the dualistic perception, at that time your nature state of mind start to work, function. So the power of that, and then it's naturally support to your guru, because guru's mind and student mind are naturally same. That's where only virtues help to function this your nature state of mind. Function means, of course, not like nature state of mind does not act like our ordinary these things, but it means that power appear, that power connect. It's naturally. For example, we have a solar system. Wherever we show, then the sun come there, and then we get the power, right? Same like that. So that's where basically that reason, and also then student also have many powers, like a power of faith, power of the pure samaya, then power of the since many lives, guru and student is not only meet in this year only meet this time, because this is very rare to see each other. Since many lives, they both supplicate. For example, in this yellow book, we every many times we pray inside or has many kind of these. May I benefit all mother thinking beings, like that. That's where then this is really this result come, right? That's why your guru and your have power of karma. In many lives you created a wonderful karma. That's where there are many reasons. So that's where if you pray to your guru, it definitely can benefit. Thank you very much. Great question. Next. Oh yes, Linda. Yes.
Hello, Kempola.
Hello.
Tashidele, everybody.
Delayed.
Yes. This question is about Mahakala practice. I've been reciting the Mahakala prayer, the secret supplication. I think is the name. Let me check. It is a secret supplication, right? I'm not sure about the name. Yeah, the secret supplication prayer.
Secret?
Yeah, the secret supplication prayer. Yeah, I've been reciting this. But this time, the last weekend, Rinpoche said to offer offering before doing this practice, before reciting this prayer. So my question is, I've been doing this without offering. If I'm not offering, it still has the same power? Or do I need to give the term offering?
Term offering.
And also, Rinpoche also said to put offering plate with a cookie or something, and then give it to an animal. But I don't have any animal close to me. So, yeah. So should I throw it to the garbage or eat it?
Oh yes.
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 Please, thank you.
You're welcome. Very good question.
Thank
you. Yes, this is very true, because here, if we have torma, but then when we offer that, then we have to think where we are going to offer, because everything is clean and no more birds and animals. Then in Tibet, especially in Gar Monastery, it's very easy when we are very young, and then we took torma and just go outside. We offer, then some birds coming suddenly catch. They take away. They eat. There are lots of birds, and so but here birds are not yet familiar with this food. So, but if you throw just outside, is also related environment and new neighbors and everything. It's related lots of things. So the best thing is when you offer, you don't want to offer too much. I mean, not too many. I mean, if you offer some cookies, just a very small one. It's like it's related. It is depending interdependence. We call it interdependence. So just a small piece. You keep clean before you eat, right? And then I think that part you don't want to eat. You don't eat that, and then you pray this prayer, and then the small piece, like my thumb size, kind of this, then you can throw out. It's at least wind elements they take away, and some ants or something. I think that well cannot bother to others, so you do only that part. But right now I cannot image 100% about your circumstance. If your circumstance is like this area, and then quite a big cookies, still you can throw outside. When you throw outside, you don't throw like action of trash to throw in the garbage, or you don't throw in the trash. That cookie is not throw in the trash. You it's respectfully, because they are really comes for eat that, because you invited them, and they come, they will eat. At least they, if they don't eat directly your food like we eat, they smelled and then they're satisfied. That's where you just put on the quite a higher place, nice place, just put there. Of course you take away, you bring back your plate, but you put there. Or sometimes if you offering tea offering, you offer a little higher. Don't throw like in the lower side. Yes, offer that. And then whether birds or cats or whoever ate, this is their blessing. It's okay. But practitioners not eat the torma, so you don't eat torma like that. It's very good. Clear? Are you clear? Oh, thank you. Okay, next. Oh, yes, Jay. Yes.
So, Khenpo, I have two questions. I'll ask this one, and if there's time at the end, I'll ask the second. What is the difference between obscurations and confusion?
Oh, very good question. Thank you. Obscuration is that's a very good question. Actually, it's almost I'm not sure how much suitable if I say that. It's a cultural effect in my mind. It's good effect because I studied that part, right? That's where when I heard obscuration, I suddenly focus on the subtle, the what is called the subtle afflictive emotions, or this subtle grasping, pretty subtle part. Subtle means it's pretty strong, and it really can cover the over nature state of mind, or over dharma wisdom. That is we called what is called this what is this you said that, can you repeat that words? Obscuration, right? Yes, that's what I think. So obscuration, it means part of covered the over Buddha nature. Over Buddha nature is like the sun, and then obscuration covered this. Through this way we call obscuration. Second is what you said? Can you repeat?
Yeah, confusion.
Oh, confusion.
Confusion.
Yes, confusion is it's this both is related in the mind. If confusion we go pretty deep, it is obscuration. There's no separately. But the action is a little different. Action is confusion means at that time our the obscuration is action or our mind focus outside, you know, it focusing outside, and kind of confusion. This confusion is the part of the unclear part, right? Unclear part. Yes. So then it's a misunderstand, like a misperception. For example, when I focus on the syllable hong, and I just think this is a hong, if I know this. And then second, if I pay attention there, only I focus on the color. Oh, this is blue hong. That is still confusion. But I really, if I'm not confusion there, and then whenever I focus on the hong, I see Mahamudara. I see nature, mind of emptiness. Yeah, I can see clarity. So that's where fundamentally confusion comes from obscuration. But they have little different. One is turned inside, it covered. Other part is focus on there and label like some extra things, you know. It's usually we said everything's emptiness, but we cannot see emptiness, you know. When we see a person, oh, there is a person, but we cannot see selflessness on that object. So that means confusion. Different is that. Clear?
Yes. So confusion would be knowing that something's real when it's not real.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That would be confusion.
Yes. Again, I bring one example.
Perfect.
I look at mirror. I look at on the mirror or in the mirror, and perhaps I can see, oh, this is illusory reflection. This is a reflection. That is this is pretty true, right? That is reflection. But I watch or look on the mirror, and suddenly I describe on my face, oh, it is something happened somewhere, or it's very handsome, or very so ugly, or something. That means confusion, right? Because in the mirror, we cannot judge it through mirror, but this is just a reflection. Similarly, so confusion means what appears in our mind. That is, we label something, but that is not true. Not true, that part. Thank you. And you said 2 questions, right? Or these 2 or?
Yeah, I'll save the so that everybody has a chance. If nobody asks later on, I'll ask my second question.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, next. Yes, Linda.
Yes, thank you, Khenpo.
This is
about, yes, thank you. This is about mantra.
Mm-hmm.
I see this mantra in 3 practice. The mantra calls interdependent origination.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to recite it?
Yes.
Okay, it's Om Je Dharma Hetu Prabhagwa Hetun Tekan Tatagato Hyawadatta Tekan So Yo Niroda Ewan Wadi Mahashramana Yesoha. I see this mantra in the Nomdrum practice, also in the White Sambala, and I don't remember the other practice. I see this mantra. Oh yeah, this is Amagashapa Deity mantra too.
Mm-hmm.
That's my question. If this is Amagashapa Deity mantra.
Amongashapa.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right.
Parnashawara?
No, Amagashapa Deity. I just find this mantra there too, but I don't know the meaning. I don't know the connection, what it calls interdependent, because it comes on the non-drum practice and also on White Sambala, at the end of White Sambala. And also I see this mantra on this deity. Let me see if I can find it on my... And I'm curious to know what is the meaning. Yeah, it's Amogapasha. Amogapasha. Yes.
Yes. Me too. Amogapasha. I can't imagine yet. But anyhow, I'm clear that part is this interdependence. The mantra. It's called interdependence mantra, right? Essence of interdependence mantra. This is not this Yidam's mantra. Other Yidam's mantra. This mantra is Buddha Shakyamuni. He gave this mantra, and this mantra has many meanings. It is really auspicious mantra, and also this is meaningful. For example, it says all the phenomena comes from cause. If we realize that cause is emptiness, and then we can realize these cause fruits as emptiness. For example, the cause is non-virtue. If we purify non-virtue, and then result is happiness. So this is also sometimes, for example, when we start new job, and then we look at the days and elements and stars, and so maybe I think your culture also have that. In Tibetan, they, for example, they are what is called is a wedding. Their family married. At that time, they look at the astrology, and then everything's perfect. But still, they said the auspicious. It's a gathering together some auspicious. If these auspicious are gathering together, and then their life's career going very well. So that's why this mantra meaning is outside, inside. Inside meaning is I mentioned that it's emptiness and simplicity. Outside meaning is it makes auspicious. If whether today's if we start to a new job today, whether this today's elements relation is comfortable or uncomfortable, today's day is okay or not, but if we pray this mantra, it cleansing, so it makes everything's auspicious. And still there are some reasons, but I think that is not Amongapasha's mantra. It's probably Amongapasha is Namkunyingbo. Probably it's called.
I found something that it says Amogapasha Tantra, and then it comes with something,
Mm-hmm.
a test, and then at the end comes the mantra of Moga Pasha, and then the mantra of the interdependence. So that was, I was curious because this mantra I saw in Namdrum practice too, and in Waisambala. So it is important to recite it at the beginning and then at the end of the practice.
Oh, the Ye Dharma, this mantra, right?
Yes, this mantra, the interdependence mantra.
Oh, absolutely. This is very important. We many sadhanas and many practices have this mantra because this mantra is comes from Buddha's teaching, and this is auspicious mantra. So this, for instance, the during our practice, something we missing or we some different thoughts interrupt our practice and something happened, then we recite Vajrasattva's mantra that makes clean and pure. And then this interdependence mantra, what's called multiple, or the virtues, multiple. So this is a very important mantra. We have to recite that. As you said, there are little different pronouns and little different part, but that is many mantra has that. The main thing is our faith, and then as much as we can recite clearly is important. Yes, Shona, thank you. Yeah, as your. Oh, not. I see here. Oh, yes. I can see your name. Can you?
I think it's me, probably.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, my question is, once in meditation practice, you said, watch your mind, and if it's not relaxed, relax. And I was thinking about it, and I realized I don't know what relaxation means in my mind, but also in my body. And then it's like a concept, like I don't understand. I don't know how to relax. And because as soon as I try to do something to be more relaxed, of course, that's tighter. And so the opposite. And that's all I experienced. So can you give some advice on how to relax?
Relax. Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, it's suddenly we cannot relax. If sometimes we can relax, still we are dissatisfied with this relaxation. This is the first the experiences of our meditation. But we are going to accumulate this small relaxation from this small relaxation. So how to relax is grossly whenever thoughts kind of there are many kind of thoughts, but part of worry and anxiety and kind of some very strong emotion, like it's called tension, right? Tension means little kind of it is also, I think, worry, something worry about life's career or some the many ways, So whenever kind of whenever uncomfortable feeling arise, number one is we should acknowledge This is very important. Number one, acknowledge. So first we are going to mindful on the acknowledge. We are going to training on the acknowledge. And then number two, first time we try to remove them. So the easiest one is we change the over focusing. For me, that is also often I say that it's pretty easy part. So change focus. For instance, tomorrow I have examination, and then today I am very nervous and worry about that. And then I open my book, but I cannot focus in the book. Only I worry about tomorrow's examination, And then I notice, sometimes I could notice reasonably. This is a pretty powerful in that moment. Reasonably, how to notice is, okay, if just I worry, I spend my time on the worry or anxiety or nervous, then it cannot benefit for tomorrow, my practice. Instead, perhaps I try to focus in the book as much as possible in today. If I can't, I supplicate Tara, I supplicate Chinreze, I supplicate other Yidam deities and gurus. If they can't do, there are many methods. And then, or just to close eyes and think all the subject. Think about content mind, that, this, those, one by one, and then slowly my mind is kind of spontaneously come inside of this my subject, which my teacher taught already. I cannot remember clearly 100%, but I can see grossly of these subjects, and I kind of review. And then I lost this anxiety at that moment. So that is similarly, whenever kind of a worry and tension arise, then change. Number one, acknowledge. Number two, change that subject. And then this is the one method. Another method is sometimes when kind of nervous arise in the mind, this is nervous, I'm going to investigate this nervous, how it is come, how about this feeling, how this effect in my mind. We cannot directly focus on the essence of nervous, but we investigate from different ways, and perhaps they lead us into the essence of nervous. And if we catch the essence of nervous, for sure our mind is spontaneously relaxed. If we cannot reach in the essence of nervous, still it scattered our nervous. It helped to scatter our nervous. So this kind of is a second method. And then another method is oneself. I think you do that. Okay, whatever, I am nervous. If your feelings like that. So now I'm going to commitment for 5 minutes or 100 the times of breath. You count breath, your breath from nostril. 1, 2, 3, something like that. You count until I count 100 times. I'm going to focus only this breath, and then you focus on that. So everything's are impermanent. So it's then nervous. Perhaps it will just disappear. Perhaps it is power getting loose, and then after you can do whatever you like to do with that. So because it's power loose, right? So this is one method, and you already have these experiences, and then you watch the essence of this feeling. It will help to relax. And sometimes you supplicate your guru. You supplicate to guru, and you visualize your guru in front of you, and then you supplicate, you pray, practice. So it will help you to relax. And then sometimes your body keep this 7 meditation posture if you can. If you cannot keep all of them, some part you try to keep it. We already discussed on there, so they also will help you. And yes, then if you stay inside for many hours, then I think sometimes you little bit this or every practitioners need it, whether they are in retreat. But sometimes you little open the door and come outside and little walk, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then come back. It will also will help you. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. Oh,
hello,
yes.
this is Delay.
Delay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I have 2 questions. One is about the Guru Yoga. So you said we need to, in order to focus, like make our meditation more successfully, we can sometimes meditate our Guru, Master. So should I really like imagine my Guru, how he exactly looks like he is, or should I need to imagine Buddha, like Buddha statue, and replace him? For me, it's easy to just think about my Guru. Must I realize, the imagine Buddha and think about they are same? Which one is proper way? For me, just easy to imagine my Guru, how he exactly looks like he is.
Yes, exactly. Actually in the majority of instructions, it says you visualize your Guru as Buddha, or your Guru as your Yadam deity, or your Guru as Vajradhara or Dharmakaya, and so on. But in specifically, it may be specifically or particularly kind of you who have more enthusiasm, more interest into visualize directly Guru, what kind of his color, her color, or shape, or size, or whatever. So that it's okay. His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche's Guru is Khenpo Tenzin. Khenpo Tenzin. He instructed to His Eminence Garchen Rinpoche, you visualize your Guru, whatever he wear. If he wear just sheep skin, you visualize like a sheep skin. If your Guru is what kind of your Guru you see, you just visualize that. That's why this is specifically instruction. So you can directly visualize your Guru, whatever you see, especially which part of a favorite, you see your guru's favorite action or favorite part, or you more focus on that, then they have a power. They hold your mind. So then of course the guru's essence is Dharmakaya. This is very important. If we think guru's mind is ordinary person's mind, then guru, the bliss siddhi is ordinary siddhi comes. Ordinary siddhi is still good, but we need excellent siddhis. That's why.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are so
So,
welcome.
second question is about chanting mantra. Can you hear me? Chanting mantra. Chant mantra like Om Mani Padme Hum or can you hear me?
Oh, mantra. I can.
Yeah, chanting mantra. I have another question. Second question. So sometimes we receive a lot of empowerment of the Yadam deities, and all the mantras are different.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and should we read all of them every day, or should we read only one, chant only one? How should we manage? We receive a lot of empowerment. And for example, I love Om Mani Padme Hum, but I receive a lot of empowerment, and sometimes I, don't chant my Om Mani Padme Hum, and I feel guilty. What should I do with this?
Oh yes. First, I would like to say this. In the majority of new Vajrayana vehicle or new Tantara means is Kajupa and Satyapa and Gelugpa, they practice. Their essence of mantras are including syllable Hong. Dzogpa Chimbo, we call old tradition, which Nyingmapa and they practice in most of the time. Syllable is essence of Dzogpa Chimbo. So every mantra included there. So whichever you're comfortable for you, you can do that. But as you said, it's very true. There are many sadhanas and many mantras. So then each empowerment has many different kinds of mantras. We have to listen carefully when we receive empowerment. Usually, I often said, this is not only my suggestion. Lord Jigten Sunghoon said, you receive empowerment or not, it depends on how much you listen carefully. Really, in briefly, listen carefully. You listen carefully, teacher what taught, and then you do it. Teacher said, no, I give you empowerment, vast empowerment on your crown, and you visualize that and this. You should focus, and then right after is throat, right after heart, right after navel, step by step, at 1 hour or 2 hours, we certainly purely focus. Then really we receive empowerment, purely. Actually receive empowerment, but at that time, many times the Guru will give some mantras, but of course still we are not familiar these mantras, so not easy for that. That's why the essence of mantra is Hong syllable. You visualize Hong and you just say Hong, Hong, Hong. Even though your channels, recite Hong syllable, really always like a Hong, Hong, Hong. You recite that, and then whatever mantra, that is okay, you recite mantra. It's logically true because we say all the yidams are same essence. If yidams can be same essence, then mantra why cannot be one? That's why you like recite Manu Mantra, or you understand how to recite Manu Mantra, but meaning of Manu Mantra is like that. When you recite Manu Mantra, at that time, for example, your natural state of mind is Avalokiteshwarya, compassion Buddha. So when you recite Manu Mantra, compassion Buddha start to work from your mind. Then how to work is it start to help mother sentient beings. For example, in your between eyebrows appear white syllable Om. Syllable Om, it radiates in the God's realm, and it purifies God's suffering. And then Ma radiates red color, red color, and then this I think this is green color. It radiates in the demigod realm, and demigod realm it purifies the demigod's suffering. And then from your heart chakra, from here radiate the Ni, syllable Ni, which is a yellow color, and then it radiate in the desire realm, human realm, and it purifies the human's suffering. You know how much suffering these over human beings. Then it purifying their sufferings. And from your navel, then radiate Pe is little bit kind of gray color, gray or like a little bit of blue. What is it called? It's bluish, blue green, turquoise kind of this color, and it's radiated like this light, and it purify animal realm suffering. And then from your below your navel, from there radiate red color, which is a red color. It's radiate in the hunger ghost realm, and it purify the suffering of hunger ghost. And then under your feet, feet, then blue hong, then radiate the blue black color, and this in the hell realms suffering, it purify hell realms suffering. So you recite, one person recite Manu Mantra, but at that time 6 syllables of mantra radiate, and it purify 6 realms sufferings. This is how you help to 6 realms, beings of 6 realms. But you know what is the benefit? The real benefit is you purify imprint of God realm. So you will not rebirth in God realm. You will purify the demigod realm. You will purify the other realms. That way, then your land is only pure land, because you purified other realms. So that's where Dharma is kind of this beneficial. So mini is like that, and the other mantras have a lot of meaningful. But then which is you are more comfortable, and which one you can recite mantra, you keep going that mantra continuously. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay. Next. I see my hand. I moved. I thought somebody raised up hand. I look often. I ask by myself and question to myself. Joanna? Oh, yes.
Hello, Khenpo Tenzin. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, yes. Hello.
Tashi, thank you so much for being here for us.
Thank
I
you.
usually have classes on Thursday, but today I didn't. But I do watch the program and your teachings. So,
Oh, thank you.
so the question I was thinking about, is it common? I thought it's common in a Tibetan tradition or a lot of traditions that a teacher gives a student directly a certain practice they should practice, because there are some general practices, right? And then when the student makes progress, the teacher gives maybe a little bit more of a direction to a student what they should be maybe meditating on, or what idam deity they can have. Because like I like so many idam deities now, because before I have one, but now with the empowerments, I like all of them. So sometimes it's difficult to concentrate. So do you think it's common for a teacher to give a little bit direction to their students?
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is exactly when students' realization increase, and then teachers they give more instructions, suitable instructions, and you are practicing many yidam deities. That is wonderful. I think we all do that. It's almost our merit comes up. That's where we have a lot of yidam deities practice. And the essence of these, all of yidam deities are same essence. So the things, oh, this yidam is important, that yidam is important, and then what I'm going to practice, which one? If we are in this like a limbo, this is in the instruction said it is one part of obstacles. So that's where teacher guru must give instruction to the disciple when they are like this path, like a little bit of limbo and something. And I think your guru who introduced yidam deities, and I hope they will give you exactly the instruction. My thinking is there are lots of yidams. They are same essence. That is first step. Second step is your side have to decide. So which yidam deity is very connected to your mind, even though in your dream. Sometimes your dream tells you very true things. Usually we say dream is illusory, but sometimes dream tells very truly. So which dream you have a special connection, and if you don't know before that much that visualization, then you start to learn about this. If you already know how to visualize on there, then you progress. Progress means if you don't have extra visualization on there, but you more spend time for visualize that, and then that is your main yidam. And of course, you will not do that. We all may not do that. When we have one yidam, and then we have new yidam, we reject first yidam and we prefer new yidam. That is not okay when we practice yidam deities, because just our mind did that, but then inherently we can't do it. So that's where, for example, I say I don't want to drink water, then but I want to drink the hot water, say like that. Or I don't want to drink tea, I want to drink coffee. Just I judge on the taste and the color, but the essence of both of them are water. That's why it's same, all yidams same. So we don't want to reject first yidams, but which yidam is the best for us, then we can prefer, then we emphasize on there. We don't want to visualize every yidams if we can't. But if we can, still we do it, you know. And this Longqing Nyingtek practitioners, some of them visualize this, they practice generation stage, and in a very few minutes they can appearance visualize hundreds of yidam deities. Suddenly they can visualize. So if our mind is like a light, so right now the light connected in this television, that's where you all suddenly can appear there together, not someone early, someone late. Everybody comes together. Similarly, yidam deities can come. Our mind is also same like internet or the electric power. That's where if we visualize every yidam deities, we can do, but not easy. That's where first we keep one yidam deity and clearly visualize, and then actually we are very familiar with one yidam about visualizations. Then other yidams are become very easy to visualize.
Yes, that's more clarification. Thank you.
So welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, Kate. Mute.
Okay,
Yes.
I had to unmute. It takes a minute. Thank you. Thank you so much, Venerable Khenpo. And thank you everyone for your questions. I learned so much from them. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my question is, I felt that my practice, everything was going well. Diligence, attentiveness, prostrations, empowerments, everything, visualizations, mantras. So happy to be doing it.
Thank you.
I'm finding that my tolerance, some aspects of my relationships in my world are getting much better. Deeper understanding, immense clarity. I'm grateful for abilities that are showing up, special abilities that I've had that were maybe covered up. But my tolerance for the human mistakes that come to hurt me is not, I don't like it. I lost my temper. And when I say the morning prayers, I love them so much, and my whole heart and soul are in them. And I'm so horrified at the fact that I lost my temper. It's very difficult.
Can you repeat?
No.
Temper. Oh, temper. I see. Oh.
It happens to me too.
Oh, yeah. That is actually very good. Either is a virtue, because if you are regret non-virtue, this is a virtue. So if we are regret virtue, this is non-virtue. So, and also knowing these over selves obstacles, I mean the our selves thoughts, that is a very great spiritual knowledge, and it means we are mindful on the our thoughts. So this is so wonderful actually. And this also, thank you very much for share that. It's really, I think, happened with many practitioners. It's actually, we become Buddha means we are going to liberate countless thoughts. That's why we have thousands of thoughts in our mind. That's why if we are liberate desire, we cannot liberate jealousy. We can liberate from jealousy, we cannot liberate angry emotion, something like that. If we can liberate grossly of angry emotion, we cannot liberate subtle of angry emotion. So that's why it's not easy to liberate from samsara. But good sign is we are liberated somewhere. This is proof. So that's where we can keep confidence. Until now, meditate like this part. So I couldn't overcome, or I couldn't conquer that part, but I conquer this part. We have many kind of this proof. So the regret is to the non-virtues is very good, but now we should be smart practitioner. Smart means we are going to practice through our power of wisdom. Okay, until now I regret that part. Actually, that is a virtue, but I need more virtue than that for the sake of Mother Sentient Beings. That's where now what should we do is, okay, since from today I want to purify that part. For example, in our body has okay, that's not good example. We more focus on the that is called temper, right? Temper. We focus more on the temper, and we try to reduce that. We process more on there. We spend more time over time of our practice to conquer that part. Then it's same. First we can reduce their power. Second, we can lose them, and third, we can purify them. So it will take time, but definitely one day we can purify them. So that's where practice more for purifying them. And whenever this feeling arises, kind of this feeling not bother only me, kind of this feeling bothers many mother sentient beings. So then they are at that moment they are uncomfortable. So we think and then we generate compassion to them, because we are same human being and same feeling. So what I need is they need, what I do not need is they also don't need it. So then we generate compassion. That's where through this emotion, then we can progress over compassion. Is clear?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay.
My question is,
Oh, yes.
I have some pain all over my body all the time. And I was told I went to see an Eastern doctor, and she said the pain is not, even though it's a physical result, the cause is not physical, it's from my mind, from the afflictive emotions. And that she can do some treatment on my physical body, but unless I do some practice to help clear those emotions, I will create some causes in my body for the pain. And that's why it's always there. And she said I have to relax and do meditation focusing on my breath. Do you have any other recommendation?
Yes. I think sometimes means actually karma is very honest. So we are going to recognize, oh, this is really karma, my karma. Because there are many medical treatment, right? There are many doctors, many medicines. And oneself also have opportunity to ask them. And also I have money to buy some medicine. And I did lots of things to or for recovering from this pain and these problems, but still they are remain in my body. That's where this is my karma. So now what is the best thing is, we don't too much charge this body, This body is sooner or later disappear. We should charge our mind, because our mind sooner or later come on the Buddha's stage, or should go on the Buddha's stage. So this body, whether this body is sick or not, this body not sick, good, it's a support to my practice. If my body is sick, still this is not bad, because it helps to increase my compassion. How many people are in the hospital? How many people take in medicine? For example, in this our group, anyone never take any single medicine? We ask. I think everybody say I took medicine at least 3 times, 2 times. That means why they did take it. Why we take medicine? Because we all have same situations. That's why if I really, why why don't I arise compassion? Oneself think like that. So don't focus too much on the body, especially part of pain. it's not easy, I know. It's easy to say, but not easy to do it. But our human being have 2 ears. It's for listening. So that means say something, it has benefit. So that's why really for me also I have many kind of experience about this the like flu and something like that, fever or so on. That's why how much focus on that part, then more pain, and then physically pain, and then its effect in the mind. So try to forget. It's better to go, or if I am in the monastery, it's better to go to the listen the teachings or give teachings, or go to practice instead to focus only the painful physical part, So another way is karma. Sometimes we are practicing, still we are sick. That is a very good sign, because it reduces our karma, bad karma. Reduce bad karma means perhaps in previous life we created some serious karma. That reasons we have to go to in the lower realms. We have to rebirth in the lower realms. But the power of practice this life or previous life, practice, and this karma wrapping in this body. And that's why now it's a wrapping in this body, and then after this body and mind separate, at that time our mind is ready to go to the Buddha stage or Bodhisattva stage, So best thing is try to less focus on the physical pain. It's a step by step try to progress. That's what I think.
And then I think so I have been trying to do that, and I think I realized even while I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to think, oh, this is a purification of past negative karma, so I should rejoice. I also have a very subtle thought, always like pervasive, underneath at the very foundation, the thought that I can't stand this pain and I absolutely cannot have it, attachment or aversion to the pain, so, attachment to not having pain. And I think this thought, even if it's subtle, it's very strong, and it's creating more negative karma that is a cause for the pain continuing. The attachment to not having pain is creating more pain, I think, possibly, or at the very least creating negative karma for that will have some other result, negative result. And can you give some advice about how to work with this subtle thought that's underneath?
I will answer if you think I'm not clear, so please you ask me again. We have time, so it's good. We don't want to think, or we don't want to expect I'm going to be healthy 100%, because this is almost, if this is possible, it's a very good fortune, but it's almost impossible. So it is also karmic system. So momentarily, we have to focus only momentarily, Momentarily means whenever start to pain, at that time, then we have to change our way of thinking. Way of thinking means we have to change the way of looking, maybe looking. So sometimes you right now what we have over perception is, oh, this is my body, from my head to my feet. It looks like a very it's like a wall, wall. It's very very completely one object. We see like that. But have you ever recited a Heart Sutara? Yeah, Heart Sutara. One time, Gachin Rinpoche told me that when he recited Heart Sutara, and then after he look at the people, he see people's body is like he did not give me that example, but I can't translate directly that. But it seems like a whip, one bird, bug make whip. What is it called? Web. Are you clear? Web. Because there are many holes. And then actually Rinpoche said like it looks like many dirt on the gathering on the one place. And if there wind below, it's very easily blowing there. So it means not like all covered, not like what is called solid. So our body is the same. Our body is very similar. The web is better, right? Spider web. So that's why we look through this way. And if there is no solid right? Solid, then there's no object of pain. Everything is very remains separately, just interdependent each others. Okay, head to feet. My head and my feet are interdependent. But my headache, then it does not bother my feet. And similarly, we go a little subtle, then each and everything are separately exist. Just interdependence each other. So then where is the place of pain? Headache. Okay, which part? This side. And we say my headache. And then we go very deep. Then finally there's no head. There's no head. If there's no head, then we say headache. This is a very like a confusion, right? So this thinking is a very higher way of thinking because this Nagarjuna, Madhyamaka, he established emptiness through this way, selflessness through this way. If we realize through this way, then I think it will benefit more. Is your question or?
Yes, I think so. And actually, if I look at, like, for example, right now I have some pain here. Mm-hmm. If I look at it directly, mm-hmm. it disappears just so spontaneously. Mm-hmm. But as soon as I stop looking at it, it mm-hmm. comes back.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then, so I think my mind is creating the illusion of a continuous pain, even though it's like more like not one line. Mm-hmm. And so with this, I'm not sure what to do because I practice. And then when I do practice, look at it directly because my teacher told me to do that. Mm-hmm. Then it just disappears. It's not there. Mm-hmm. But when I look away, it's there like a shadow or something in the corner of my eye. And then from that, it's bothering all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, this is a very good experience. I think you keep going through this way. This is excellent because if you can solve this pain, solve from this painful feeling in that moment, it's wonderful. As I mentioned, we cannot uh, uh, solve these problems entirely. So there are two ways you can realize, oh, this is really made by my mind. This is the wonderful, the how to say, perception. You think this is really my mind. Then slowly you can think everything's are made by mind. And also then it's also a good way of meditation. You often focus wherever your pen, it will lead your mind in meditation, form of meditation. So you keep going continuously this way, and then there are many ways to practice dharma when we are sick. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. Who's hand? Oh yes, Linda. Yes, Lydia.
Yes, yes, Kepola, thank you. This question is about the world peace and welfare prayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a part that I wanted to ask you. It says, intruding Rahus, Nagas, powerful demon, dark forces, life, frauds, hell, bad harvest, welfare, and so forth. This last weekend, Garshin Rinpoche gave us a teaching about Vajrapani and empowerment also.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings in my mind about the dark forces, because what I understood, he said dark forces comes from people's mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
And bad energy and bad thoughts, it comes from people's mind.
Mm-hmm.
So it made me think that sometimes I kind of like sense these are dark force, because a lot of people in the world are killing each other. This is the dark force is talking about this prayer, the dark force of these maras, this affliction, this negative affliction. This is the dark force is talking. That's actually my question, and I want you to explain us more about these dark forces and the Rahus and Nagas. Please.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. The degeneration time is, Guru Rinpoche said, time will not change. Time will not change means good time will not change into bad time. But time change means people's mind change, and then people's action change, and then result change. So that's why we say this century or this moment is actually degeneration time, but this is not so serious degeneration time, because still we have the practitioners exist, many practitioners and wonderful practitioners, wonderful gurus, and lots of wonderful things exist, and many people love on the these good ways. They follow the many people follow the law of karma. Many people follow the law of countries and so on. So there are many good things exist, but yet still there are many dangerous things appear. People kill each others. These things are usually sometimes, as we said, the real ghosts are human beings. real ghosts are human being. Ghosts are human being because their mind is full of the afflictive emotion, and then their afflictive emotion lead their actions, and then they always do harmful actions to others. That's why they are including this. You say that which right now you ask me. They are including there. They are including there, and then the Nagas, Rahus. This means actually, according to our karma, they are our karma and their karma. So someone they took life of some Rahus, and then they have some powers. Their power start to harm our human being. If our human being already have a karmic connection with them, their harmful actions, and then people get like a disease as what is called is stroke, right? Stroke, and somebody has lots of different things on the body, have some very stranger things. It's including stroke and so on. And then some Nagas, they have power to create leprosy. So in degeneration time, and then many beings get this leprosy. Actually, all of the leprosy and stroke, they are exist in the many eons ago, but very less number of people get it because their karma is good, and then they cannot affect that much. But then degeneration time, then people don't follow the law of karma, they don't do well, then these negative problems are more appear. So anyhow, the Rahus are there are not only one Rahu, and Nagas Rahu, right? And also there's not only one Naga. So Nagas has different traps. Some Nagas are good. They support to Dharma practitioner and lots of ways. Some Nagas are like that. It's like a human beings, like a 5 fingers. Rahus are also same. Some Rahus, they protect Dharma and they help to the people. Some Rahus destroy to human being, and because of their karma and who created their karma, then they're connected, So like that. Thank you. Oh yes, Misha.
Thank you, Khenpo.
You're welcome.
Well, I think I have a different question that I was going to ask than I was going to ask based on your response to Lydia just now. So I live with, I've been disabled for about 30 years and had some other chronic illness before that. And my original question was going to be, when someone's living with not just the short-term sickness and needs to know how to practice Dharma in that context, but the balance of when there's a lot of health challenges, it takes a lot of time and attention. How to balance the part that's like work, which is like prepare the meals, pay the bills, make sure the car maintenance gets done, all the practical stuff. And then like play, which is like recreation, rest, doing something fun to feed the spirit, and then pray, which is like the listening, learning, reflecting, and meditating part of building the spiritual practice. I still would like an answer to that, but what arose from me listening to your previous response was concern about if I've done something wrong to bring this illness on me.
Mm-hmm. Upon her. Oh, yes. These as Lord Jigten Sunggon said, if I'm sick, I'm happy because it reduces my negative karma. If I'm not sick, I'm happy because if I'm healthy, I can practice more. So that's why the many things are related over karma. So now, for example, Buddha and Bodhisattvas, they take care about cause of suffering, and then they create cause of happiness. They give up or purify cause of sufferings. But over mother thinking beings, we have same Buddha nature as what Buddha has, but our mind is the covered by ignorance. That's why we forget to focus on the cause of suffering, and then real results occur, then we are wake up and we try to reduce them, purify them. But then karma is very honest. Karma not punish us, but karma is honest. That's where then karmic result happen in our body, in our mind, in our life. So that's where now we try to against that suffering, or we try to completely liberate from this suffering. There's two options. One is if we completely liberate from this suffering, then the best way right now we can do is practice. So that's why we more focus on the practice, and we try to less focus on our physical illness, but less focus on physical illness, which means we can focus when I'm a headache, I can focus my headache and just focus there, it will disappear. That is a benefit. We can do it. But we don't connect with I and my headache, Then its effect. I am hurt, I am pain, I am sick. So we connected I and this suffering together. That's directly effect. And at that time, it cannot purify that suffering, number one. Number two, it wastes our precious time, because then our age is just going, it's non-stop, but then we think more, and then we think too much, I am sick, and then this sickness power is become stronger, Usually this power of sickness not become stronger, but our mind create that more, because more focus on there, then it is natural, then more coexist or connected in our mind. But then, for instance, our Dharma practitioners, really these sickness and sufferings are our spiritual teacher. They really taught us how to improve compassion. Usually just say compassion, compassion. We don't have a feeling that, We say bodhicitta, bodhicitta. We don't have a feeling that. If we don't have a feeling that, then it cannot benefit oneself, it cannot benefit others that much. Of course, still there are merit, but so we have to arise feeling. That's why whenever we have these problems, and we should try to be happy. Oh, in this life, I am physically pain, physically sick, but fortunately I met Dharma, and I have a golden opportunity to Dharma practice. So now I have a proof. I have a proof to become enlightenment because this is Dharma. I have proved samsara is suffering because of my physical pain. That's why, since from now, I'm going to prefer opportunity of Buddha's stage. I'm going to, defect or renunciation, reject the samsara. Oh, samsara means there's no particularly location, there's not particularly color, there's no particularly form, there's no particularly fence, but samsara means pain, sick. Oh, this part is samsara. Really, samsara means like that. No, I understand samsara. No, I'm going to go forward in nirvana, pre-nirvana. That's where it's like a passport, or the real path is Dharma. We should more try to improve confidence and practice. So I think through that way it's more benefit. Anyhow, our principle of Dharma exists in our mind. That's where if some of you have this physically pain, but you intently you can Dharma practice, right? So we will practice together. Thank you so much for share about your experiences. It will benefit for you, and it will benefit many Dharma practitioners. As I mentioned earlier, it improve compassion and more diligence arise. How I can help, which Dharma path I can help, something like that. Everybody has benefit. So thank you very much. And is clear? Is clear?
Yes, I think a part of what I'm hearing is that samsara is not a place or a location. It's the suffering part, the dukkha, the state of dukkha. Mm-hmm. And just as nirvana is also a state, not a physical place. Uh-huh. And then also that that any pain or illness is an opportunity to practice the Dharma, and it's not that I'm being punished, but that that because one piece of it is because this is present, that's somehow maybe also because it's here, that is maybe a form of practice or purification or something by itself And then also when I practice the Dharma in relation to the pain, like the first arrow is the pain, the illness. And then the second arrow is the how I relate to it, the dukkha. So if the first arrow is present, then engaging with that is a form of practice that then helps purify the karma and progresses me toward Buddhahood. Something like that?
Yes. Let me repeat in briefly. But you understood, I think, but I just would like to say extra thing, which is if we, according to our pain and sick, if we increase compassion to others, that is the best way. Best way means this is one of the best way. Another best way is we just say, we ignore them. Okay, I have no time to treat. I don't have time to treat, right? I don't have time to treat you. You means this part of sickness, because I'm going to practice. I don't have time to pay attention that much to you. I'm going to practice because I'm going to become enlightenment. So sometimes we ignore this physical pain, especially temporary pain. It also will help. So there are many methods, but everybody are not same. So a different practitioner has different karma and different physical condition. So whatever is best, let us do. We will discuss continuously about that in the future, and then we will find a good method. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next, is 7:30 or so? Oh yes. One more question. Anyone? Or share? Yes, Golly.
Thank you, Khenpo. A few times ago, you helped me understand the visualization for when the mantra and the seed syllable radiate light to the Buddhas, and then it comes back. Mm-hmm. And then the second part where you radiate light to sentient beings and purify the samsara, I guess. When that light comes back and then you send it to sentient beings, what does that visualization look like? What do you visualize then?
We radiate mantra, and we
just the light. Yeah.
Actually,
the mantra.
Oh yes. What kind of visualization, right?
Yes. So when the light comes back, when you make the offerings to the Buddhas, and the light comes back with blessings from the Buddhas, and then that light again, it goes to sentient beings, right?
Yes.
So then at that point, when you were visualizing the light going to sentient beings, how do you visualize that? What is that?
Oh yes. At that time, we radiate the light on the project on Yidam deities. Actually, Yidam deities not always focusing on mother thinking beings. They arise compassion and bodhicitta spontaneously. That's where we bring their powers through this light, and then we project this light on the mother thinking beings. Then what they need is mother thinking beings are suffering. That's why this light reduce or remove their sufferings. It's like sunlight come in the darkness, and then this darkness spontaneously disappears. Similarly, this light will reduce. Actually, this kind of visualization is including generation stage, right? In the generation stage, it has many types. So this is we call also in front visualization, wisdom being and the samaya being together connected at that time. So
do you visualize suffering sentient beings, and then do you see their suffering, like the light causing their suffering to, like, do you visualize people in a hospital and you see light filling the hospital and everybody getting better, or like how do you visualize it?
Yes, this is usually we say when we practice immeasurable compassion, at that time we should project that all mother sentient beings, they have suffering of birth, death, illness, and so on, right? And but still we can, particularly in the hospital or somewhere, someone seriously suffering, we can focus on there, and then first we project there on that person or those people, and then we visualize that, and then again this we provide not only small part, we provide how much we can, like us provide or provide, right? Provide, and then our mind is much open and become vast. And then if our mind become vast as space, and then any of these illness cannot affect in our mind. If any kind of illness cannot affect our mind, then these illness on our body is illusory, just illusory. So that's why we can do through this way. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you very much, and I see all of you, and Elia, AG, Shakti, and Tracy, and Meg, right? MCM. Thank you so much, all of you. And then, of course, there's you all shared the questions. I see all of your face, and anyhow, so it's really wonderful Dharma discussion for sure. From my side, my English problem, my Dharma knowledge problem, my experience problem. So from my side, I'm deeply sorry, and I will try to best as much as possible. But please, you think that only my answer does not benefit. Your questions benefit for listeners. So you keep that in your mind. And now we are going to dedicate. Please arise bodhicitta. Chanjo senjo renpo ma je ba nan je jor je ba nyam ba me ba ya kone konde pe wa sho.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Khenpo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sangha.
Thank you.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thank
Khenpo
you.
Lal.
Thank you very much. Thank
Happy
you.
Rinpoche Day.
Thank you so much.
Happy Guru Rinpoche.
Oh, happy Guru for today. Yes. Today is 10th.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Happy-
you.
Tashidel, everybody.
Thank you very much. Oh, Trisha, do you say something? Oh, yeah. Nice to see you all. Thank you.